Logansport incumbent mayor wins by less than 10 votes. Good evening. I'm Nicole Kahn. Thanks for joining us this election night. Logansport Mayor Mike Fincher admits he was nervous as the election results were coming in tonight. Fincher beat his Democratic opponent by a very narrow margin. News Channel 18's Aaron Leedy is back from Logansport tonight to break down the numbers for us. Aaron, what was the final tally?
Nicole, good evening. Democratic incumbent Mike Fincher was up against Charlie Hastings. As the results came in, it was ultimately Fincher who the voters wanted to see on the ballot this November. This race was extremely close. Let's take a look at some of those numbers right now. Fincher claimed 535 votes at just over 50%. Hastings claimed 529 votes at just over 49%. That's a difference of just 6 votes. Fincher says his incumbency could be to blame for that tight margin.
The other 3 candidates have no record. I have a record. So it makes it more difficult for the incumbent after 2 terms to continue on. So I'm, again, very humbled at the support I did receive, and thank God that 6 people more voted for me than my opponent.
Fincher celebrated this evening at his home with family and friends. He says he'll have a difficult race in the general election against Republican Ted Franklin. He says he'll evaluate his campaign in the coming months. The Republican race wasn't as close as the Democratic. Voters ultimately chose Ted Franklin over Mike Berkshire. Let's take a look at those numbers. Berkshire grabbed 279 votes at just over 25%. Franklin ended up with 821 votes at just over 74%. Franklin celebrated tonight with his family and friends and campaign supporters. He says tonight's win is only the beginning, though.
Oh, I'm extremely pleased with with my results. You know, anytime you win with almost 80% of the vote, you got to feel good about the effort that you put into it. You know, I'm extremely pleased with that. It doesn't stop here, though. This is just one step in a long process, you know, and I'm looking forward to November 8th.
And full election results from Logansport's other races can be found on WLFI.com. Aaron Leedy, News Channel 18.